This year I have done a lot of Les Paul shootouts, and that's not a complete coincidence because this Les Paul Standard 60s has been my favorite guitar ever since I bought it 2.5 years ago. I compared it to a stock Epiphone, an upgraded Epiphone, and even a custom shop. The only one that could actually compete was the custom shop, but not enough to warrant the price difference for me. Nonetheless, I went down the rabbit hole the past few months to find a Les Paul that I like as much and is as good as the one I currently already own. I thought a custom shop R9 would be all end all, but I found out I'd rather get another great standard or classic and mod it to my liking. Turns out it's not as easy as it seems to find one as great as I did the first time around, but eventually I did. After looking far and wide, first for custom shops, then the used market, and finally new standards and classics, I ended up right where this journey started. I went to the same store where I bought my first Gibson Les Paul to check out some guitars. And there I found this one. The store is called Guitar King and it's located in a small town in the Netherlands, about an hour and a half drive away from me. It's a family-run store with the nicest people. I didn't go there right away because I thought it would be too easy to go down the same path as I did the first time and expect the same result. And boy, was I wrong, but I only could have known that after I've been through the ringer. They had a classic and honeyburst, a standard 60s and onburst, and this iced tea one which I was interested in. This one looked the best on the wall, so I tried it first, and after a few seconds of playing, I knew this was the right guitar and I didn't need to try anything else. Both are standard 60s Les Pauls and both are relatively lightweight for standards at about 9 pounds. The new one is even a bit lighter than the old one. Now I am going to change a few things to this new one, not because it's bad, but I want to make it up to my taste and differentiate it from the old one. First and foremost, I'll swap the pickups. There is nothing wrong with the 61 Burstbuckers in there originally, but I like them more for SGs. In my older Les Paul, I have put Seymour Duncan Seth Lovers, and for this new Les Paul, I contacted Alexander at Wizz Pickups and he made me these Premium P.A.F clones. Next to that, I will switch the original pods and wiring for this Artie's custom wiring harness. Lastly, I will change the reflector knobs to the non-reflector kind and switch the pickguard for a historic model. With all these changes, both guitars will have their own sound, look, character and personality. I just got the guitar back from my luthier, and obviously you can see it looks pretty different now. And I think all the aesthetic changes suit this guitar really well. It has its own character now, at least in terms of looks. In regards of sound, you can hear it sounds a lot different than it did before as well. The bridge pickup has more bite while the neck pickup sounds fatter. And to my surprise, the pickups have more output than I expected as well. Now it sounds big and ballsy. So I think, tonally speaking, the guitar also has got a lot of its own character now. But how different does it actually sound to my OG Les Paul? Let's compare them one more time and find out if they're actually that different, because to me it seems they are. As you could probably hear, there are two pretty different guitars now, which is great because I don't need two Les Pauls that sound almost the same. They both have their own thing going on, something that's very noticeable when you're playing them as well. And currently, I don't prefer one over the other. The wiring harness does a great job as well. I can roll down the volume to almost 1 and still retain enough high ends, almost like I'm using a fuzz face. All in all, I'm extremely happy I found this guitar, and I'm pretty confident in the upgrades I had done to it. This was the Les Paul I was looking for. So this is where this Les Paul journey ends. It turns out I didn't need a custom shop per se, I just needed another great Les Paul, and I'm really happy I found one. Please let me know your Les Paul adventures in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you next time.